hot. Hi friends, I'm Felicia. Welcome back to my channel. So, I don't know what this video is. I think it's my July TBR, basically. First of all, so the first thing that I want to talk about is in July, I'm doing super casual read-along of The Martian by Andy Weir. I've been wanting to reread this for a long time, and I put out, gosh, just, you know, ignore the bangs. I put out a video whenever I put it out in May of books that I really wanted to reread this year, and The Martian was on there, and I got a lot of comments from people that were also like, oh, The Martian, like I need to read that or reread it. So I decided let's all read it at the same time. So super casual. Basically it's just going to be July 1st to July 31st. Read it whenever you can in the month. I know Jane Austen July is going on, so that's pretty busy. I'm going to be doing a reading vlog of this with like all of my spoilery thoughts. That's the plan, so hopefully that will be out yet before the end of the month, and then we can chat about it in the comments. Like, that's really as detailed as I want to go. I don't have energy, honestly, don't have energy or motivation to do anything beyond that. So, but I do want to have a fun reading experience and hopefully know that other people are reading it along with me. Like, that's what makes it fun. So we're gonna be reading The Martian. Yeah, that's it. It's so hot. We do not have central air. We have a window unit in our living room and 2 fans in our bedroom, and we're gonna perish this weekend. I mean, like, rip to everyone that lives even more west. It's making its way here, so if you also don't have air conditioner, my thoughts and prayers are with you. Okay, so the Booktube Spin happened a month early, and which is fine by me. So there's a lot of things going on right now that kind of tie in together. So, Booktube Spin. The book that I was reading for the Booktube Spin this last round was Mansfield Park by Jane Austen. I'm that far. Okay, so I didn't finish it, and then Rick spun the wheel Friday. Yeah, it was last Friday. And then, so he spun it a bit early, a month early. So he did an extra number. I was not at home, I was at a cabin. So I went onto my Goodreads list. I took a screenshot of my summer TBR and I just put it on Instagram. And so when Rick spun the wheel, he spun number 2, which for me was The Well of Ascension by Brandon Sanderson. Chris is very excited, very happy that I'm going to be continuing with this series. I'm also very excited to read it as well. I've really been wanting to just other books get in the way. Like, books that you're excited for feel easier to put off than other books. Like, books that you have a lot of hype for. Does anyone else do that, or is it just me? But yeah, so then, because there was an extra month and Rick got a short book for his number 2, he decided that he was going to do another spin, an optional spin, and that was number 20, which on my list was The Hero of Ages by Brandon Sanderson. I can't believe it. Like, what are the chances that I would get these 2 books and in that order? Like, my brain exploded when I saw that. I was like, are you for real? And I had to count. Yeah, I counted a few times. Yeah. I'm gonna be reading these over the next 3 July, August, September. Yeah, that makes sense. So I hope that, I think I will. I would like to at least finish half of The Well of Ascension during July, because I do have some other large books that I'm reading. So I didn't finish Mansfield Park, but that's okay because it's Jane Austen July. So I'm gonna finish reading Mansfield Park for Jane Austen July, and that's my only plan as far as reading goes. I'm not gonna follow any of the other prompts. I mean, I would really like to get to... My bangs look so weird. I'm trying to ignore them and I just can't. I'm so sorry. Like, the squirrel brain is very real today. Anyways, so I would like to reread, like, I don't know. I really want to reread Sense and Sensibility. That's kind of the one that I feel should be next when I read a Jane Austen book. I may listen to the audiobook. I have the audiobook narrated by Rosamund Pike. So I may listen to that. But we shall see. But yeah, so this is my only set in stone plan. And I really want to watch the 2020 Emma. I've seen it before. This is a story. Okay, let me just readjust here. I'm sitting weird against my books. So I really want to watch the 2020 Emma. The day that everything kind of hit the fan with COVID stuff in Manitoba, at least, was March 13th last year, and that was a Friday, and me and my friends had plans the week before to go to Winnipeg because we have a crappy theater in our town. They only have one screen. So we wanted to go to Winnipeg to watch Emma because we're all huge Jane Austen fans and we were all really excited about this adaptation. So we had plans the previous Friday, but then there was a blizzard and we didn't want to drive all that way in well, not a blizzard, but the roads were really icy, so we didn't want to do that. So we decided the next Friday we would go, and then that's when everything started shutting down. I got like 5 emails from church that Friday, because I was supposed to be directing choir on Saturday. So then I kept getting emails like, okay, we're canceling the choir, but like come sing, and then we're canceling the singing. And then it's just like, wow, only like our worship pastor and his guitar and the pastor were there. Like, it was crazy. Anyways, that Sunday, so we went to the theater. We were like, we're gonna go see this movie anyways, like, we don't care. And like, good thing we did, because that was the last normal thing that ever happened to me. So we went, and it was so bizarre. Like, there was a handful of people in the theater while we were getting our snacks and stuff, and there were just the 3 of us, yeah. And then there was a couple in the theater, so it was like us 3 and those 2. And after having like such a weird day with so much stress, it was so awesome to just sit there and laugh at this movie, because we all found it hilarious. That couple that was there on a date probably thought we were so annoying because we just laughed at everything, but it was honestly that funny. So and we all just, like, Miranda Hart as Miss Bates was just amazing. Miss Bates, is that her name? Oh gosh, whoever. Yeah, the annoying lady. I forget if that's actually her name. Yeah, anyways, we all love Miranda Hart, so her as Miss Bates was just perfect. So we laughed lots and it just felt so good. And like, so I have very fond memories of that movie, and so I really want to rewatch it again. I bought the Blu-ray a couple months back, and so I actually want to get to watching it this month. Okay, wow, that was a really long story. I will put a timestamp so you can, I mean, yeah, you can skip that story, but you will have already watched it or skipped it already. But anyways, moving on. So those are like the official books that I have. These 4, well, probably only these 3. This will be later. Yeah, gosh, I have a few books in progress. So I'm buddy reading Les Miserables with Rainy from Rainy Day Reads, and we started this month, and then we were gonna read, there are 5 books or sections. How is it laid out? There's 5 parts, and then we're reading a part per month, and we started in June. I am very far behind. I should be done. We were going to read the whole part in June, and I'm only on page 45, which is still the first book of the part. There are 8 books in the part. So I don't know if you can read that, but like this is a part, and then this is a books, and then there are chapters in the books. And I'm like on chapter 13 of the first book. I have honestly not had a lot of motivation to actually pick this up, but I'm gonna try to get caught up by the end of July. I figured it out. I only need to read 14 pages a day, which is actually quite a bit. But hopefully over this next weekend I can like get ahead. On the weekends I can get ahead so that I don't have to read so much during the week. But yeah, so I gotta get to page, in my copy it's page 473 by the end of July. So that's that much. Yikes. Okay, so there's that. And yeah, there's a read along happening from July to September, and me and Rainey were like, okay, but we have like 9,000 other books to read, and there's no way that we can finish that monster by September. So we're taking a little more chill. We might take a little bit longer than what we planned at first, but you know, we're cool like that. So I don't know what this was. I don't know what this actually means. I don't know why I did that. I was gonna go like this, and then the wrong finger came out. Anyways, you're here for my amazing content, right? My personality. I have 2 other books in progress. We'll see how far I get. Oh no, I have 3. I just remembered the book I'm reading on my Kindle. I am reading on my Kindle Is It Just Me by Miranda Hart. Previously mentioned, I love Miranda Hart. So, yeah, it's just a funny book. Kind of memoir nonfiction kind of thing. Yeah, reading that a few pages before bed. I imagine that I will finish it by the end of the month. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that. I am also reading Revenge of the Vinyl Cafe by Stuart McLean. This is also my bedtime read. This is bedtime when the light is still on, and then I switch to my Kindle when the light's off. But yeah, so I am on page 90. So I like to read 1 or 2 before bed. I found that I really love this kind of book before bed. The book that I was reading before bed before this was The Anthropocene Reviewed by John Green. I can say that word. And it's just like short essays, and that was perfect. And then this is short stories, so I like to read 1 or 2, and I think I'm gonna keep doing that. I have a few more books on my shelf that are kind of like short story essay kind of things, so like that's a good thing for me before bed. Just like some light nonfiction, fiction, keep it good. Anyway, so yeah, I love Stuart McLean. I try to read 1 a year. Yeah, so that's my one for this year. I also started Home by Marilyn Robinson, and I'm not very far. I'm page 39 on this. I started this in May for maybe mid-rush and didn't finish it. And I honestly don't know how far I'll get this month. It's not going to be a priority until I finish some of the other books that I mentioned. But yeah, we'll see. I made a ridiculous plan for this weekend. Tomorrow is Canada Day. So it's a day off of work. I will be very honest and say that I'm not excited about the holiday this year. With all of the news that's come out over the past month. Has it been a month already? I don't know. What is time? Of the unmarked graves and the bodies of children that they are finding at all of these old residential school sites. I am just, anytime I think about it, I'm deeply grieved, and I just ask God for forgiveness because it's horrific, and I'm ashamed that that stuff was done in the name of the church, in the name of God. God sure did not sanction that, that's for sure. But I'm not gonna, that's just awful. So I'm not feeling very patriotic, to be very honest. But yeah, tomorrow's a day off of work anyways. So what I decided that I'm gonna do, I'll start today, is over the next 4 days I'm gonna read the rest of the Avatar graphic novel series. I've been meaning to read this forever. I read the first one in October, and so I have these 4 left. They're so huge. They're normal graphic novel size. I'll show you. Okay, so I'm gonna read 1 per day because it only takes me about 45 minutes to an hour to read them, which is normal. So we have The Search and The Rift, which are rereads for me. And then moving on to, what is it? I think it's Smoke and Shadow and then North and South. I can't remember the order. But yeah, these ones I haven't read, so I want to move on to those and get those read. I'm gonna try like 1 per day. If I don't do it today, that's fine. But yeah, I also bought, now moving on to my plans for the rest of the, it's weird. I have a day off on Thursday and then go back to work on Friday and then the weekend. I bought yarn for a new shirt. I was gonna say sweater. It's not a sweater, it's gonna be just a tee. So I'm gonna get that started tonight. And yeah, I mean, although it's so hot, gosh. I feel like I thought of something to say as I was holding up those books and now I forget, but whatever, it doesn't matter. This is a very long video. Chris is gonna be home soon from work and we're gonna barbecue supper because yeah, it's too hot. I think it was like 30, my car said it was 32 when I was driving home, which is still not 40 like it is over there. And like, again, rip to everyone that lives over there where it's really hot. But yeah, this is a very scattered video. I'm gonna hate myself while I'm editing it. But thanks for watching. If you made it this far, leave a fire emoji because it's so hot. If you made it to the end, or just write fire emoji in captions, or not captions, parentheses. That would be really funny. Okay, so yeah, thanks for watching. Let me know what you are reading. If you've read any of these books and like what you thought about them. Have you seen the 2020 Emma? Do you also think it's funny? / are you aware of Miranda Hart? If you're not aware of Miranda Hart, please look her up on YouTube. She's very funny. Yeah. Oh yeah, I do. One more thing. There's going to be 1 more book added for July and August, which is my book club is meeting on Friday. And we're gonna choose, I'm gonna bring, it's my turn. How we pick books for book club is we take turns bringing suggestions and then everyone else votes on those suggestions, and then whichever gets the highest vote we read. So it's my turn to bring suggestions. So I have a few options and I'm looking forward to finding out which one we will read, but that is gonna be decided on Friday. So that'll be another book added. But yeah, so thanks for watching, and until next time, so long, thanks for all the fish.